In this video, we are going to study and understand a complete universal opening repertoire for black. And also that repertoire can be employed by white. So without further ado, the name is Hippopotamus System. Let's go to the board. Yeah, of course. So here for illustration and overall these days in the opening series I have been exaggerating and I have been telling you that I will make a video on the hippopotamus system. What a crazy and interesting name is it. Yeah, so we will see about the hippopotamus system in this game through a game which was played between Hussein Mohammed Saif, who is a 2000 rated player. Let's see his rating on FIDE-ratings.com. Okay, he's 2085 in classical, and let me just show you his opponent, Gaprindashvili Nona, who is the women's world champion. Let me show you biography. Nona Gaprindashvili is a 5th women world champion, so you know both players are strong and her peak rating was 2495, so it's worth learning from Nona in this game. So why to waste time, let's head on to the board and let me just show you the hippopotamus system. So here and let me tell you that the Pokemon trainer card by my side. It's a card which I've made in order to relate Pokemons with chess. And you know, I like to do kind of stuff, relating something to something. So I like it, makes chess interesting for me. You can try it if you want. So without further ado, let's start the video. So here we have e4. So here you can the hippopotamus system. Let me show you the system over here. This is the hippopotamus system. All right, we all know this. You can bring the hippopotamus system from with any, it can transpose from any type of move order, but the best order is this one with b6. Bishop if you're doing either of the bishop, but with b6 it makes your job very easy. So Nona is doing it, why don't we do it? And now you venture to the other bishop, f3, bishop g7, castles. Now white can also decide to play to castle on the long side. So accordingly you have to think like, from if he's castling long side, you can also try to plan to castle opposite side. Like if he's castling on the long side, you castle on the short side and you can attack. So you have flexibility, and let me tell you, the hippopotamus system is like water. It can take any shape, and you can also convert the hippopotamus system into semi-hippos, which means that some alteration, you can just deviate from the main hippo setup to something other which you like any setup. You can put the knights on f6. You can convert the hippo into anything. Okay, so let's see this game and understand the real power of the hippo. Castle d6, c3. Well, this is a nice move by white. Okay, we're gonna continue with our own setup, e6. So even if you can close your eyes and play out these moves, and still you can play the game. And let me tell you, if you're a beginner, this is a great opening, because you won't lose in 10 moves. You won't lose in 2 moves. You won't lose at all, because you would win this with this. And let me tell you, you can win with any opening. Opening doesn't matter. The real matter is the logic behind your moves. So this is one setup which you can use also to make plans, beautiful plans. So chess is all about making and formulating good plans, okay, of attack. So it's a battlefield, man, battlefield of ideas, as we all know. So bishop g5. Now we know we have to bring the knight on e7 and d7. So we have got a golden opportunity. Why not to seize it? Correct. Knight with d2 and bringing in the knight. So this has been basic Hippo Sys structure. Now we have the ninth move, rook e1, h6, bishop h4, and here um, Nona Gaprindashvili, the women world champion, decides to castle. So develop a pieces castle first. She has developed the pieces. If you don't know what I'm talking about, see the video of this chess improvement song which I've made earlier. It's in all of my playlists and courses, and you can also see it in on my channel, of course. So she castles, so why don't we castle? So this is 10th move, and you've completed the Hippo structure. Even in Hippo, you can also play EU. Hippo system structure also includes A6, and the idea of this structure is that one day you have to try to break this good center, strong center which we have given white to make him overconfident. So to attack, to undermine the center, we have to someday play f5 or c5. Okay, and also I have told you about a locking system. If you play d5, you play e5, but you will see what I'm talking about. The opponent now plays e5. Now you may tell me, with as per the locking system, we should go ahead and play d5, but chess is a tricky game. You have to see what are the changes and weaknesses in the position, and I can see two of the weaknesses in this position. One of them is the bishop on d3, and the other one, and the other one is the pawn on b2. So we can try to attack the weakness by opening up the d file, and that's the reason why if you block this, you will not take the advantage of opponent's weaknesses. So chess is all about seeing the weaknesses which your opponent has, and then accordingly to attack those weaknesses. And that's what we are going to learn from this game. In every game, let me tell you, we have to see what's our opponent's weakness, okay? You have to try to attack it. There's no other rule. This is the best rule which you can follow in chess. See the weakness, attack them. If you don't see any weakness, try to create them in your opponent, and most importantly, see what's the weakness in your own camp and try to improve that weakness, support it, and eliminate that weakness. Okay, so bishop d3 I can see. So according to the locking system, d5 would be very nice, but this bishop is a weakness, so why not punish white for that weakness? D takes e5, very nice move by Nona, and d takes e5. Now here a very important move has to be played. So I would like to, now how would you take advantage of the weak bishop on d3? How would you attack it? Pause the video now and tell me. Alright, I think I've paused the video, and if you set the move, if you try to move the knight on d7 somewhere to c5, the bishop will easily move. And the problem basically is that this bishop on h4 is pinning this knight. Okay, so the queen is going to attack it, the bishop on d3, but the problem is that the queen also has to support the weak knight on e7. So we have to also consider our own weaknesses, and therefore to eliminate that pin and eliminate our own weaknesses in our own camp, and then thus trying to attack our opponents, we are going to play g5. Nona played this game, played this move, and now she is threatening a very easy move, move the knight and attack d3. So in the game, Hussein Muhammad Saif played bishop takes g5 in order to open up the king side and also to try to attack white and attack black and weaken the king side, and getting 2 pawns for the bishop. It's not bad. Yeah, x takes g5, knight takes g5. But let me tell you, what if the bishop would have gone to g3? Then we would have successfully made our plan of attacking the weakness, and we will be a pawn up. How? Take knight takes c5. We're actually attacking the d3 bishop, so there is no problem. We are not sacrificing anything. Knight takes c5, bishop takes e5, bishop takes e5, and queen takes d3. So 2 rooks, 2 mana pieces, and 6 pawns for white, but 7 pawn for us, and black has is a clear pawn up, and with a really good development. And there's also one variation where after knight takes e5, we have knight takes e5, and instead of bishop takes e5, what if okay, bishop instead of white taking on e5, if white would have played knight f3 supporting the bishop on d3, then what we would have done, we are still a pawn up, we will just exchange the bishop and we are happy, and the game would have continued in this fashion. Okay, and black is just better. Yeah, so now let's return to the game where, so that's all pawn up, but Hussein tried to keep the game tactical and open up the white position with bishop takes g5. Nona said, no problem, I'm confident about my hippo structure, I know nothing is gonna happen to me, so I will just take your piece, thank you for it. Knight takes g5, so 2 pawns for the piece, and now Hussein is threatening queen h4 with a checkmating threat. But we can also see another weakness. One weakness is the bishop on d3. Always ask yourself, what is the weakness on the board? Then you will find tactics, you will win the games easily. So the weaknesses are the bishop on d3 and the knight on g4. So if I move the knight on d7, if I take knight into this pawn on e5, the problem is that the queen h4 is coming, right? And it's a bit difficult for me to stop that threat. Isn't that correct? Yeah. So that threat is coming. So I'm not going to attack the weakness on d3 just now, but I see the weakness on g5, and I want to block this queen's eyes to the h7 square. So how can I do it? So let me just close the arrows. Okay. Now we are going to play knight to f5 in order to block queen h4, queen h5 with knight h6 or bishop h6. So Hossein played queen h5 and Nana with a great plan. And also let me tell you, with knight f5 discovering the weak knight on g5, that's what I was talking about. So queen h5 is necessary, isn't it? You can move the knight back, then black is better. Okay, so queen h5 and bishop h6, attacking the knight and also defending the checkmate. So now Hussein, again, he doesn't want to play passively. If he plays passively, if he brings his knight back somewhere, black is just better. He will win the game easily because he is a piece up. First thing, he has good development. He can bring his rooks, even if this is a bad, opened, ruined structure as they call it. But I don't think so. It's not that bad. It's not losing. The main thing is that the king is not dying. The second thing is that we are a piece up, and the third thing is that all pieces are coming to the game. So we are not violating any rules. So there's no worry. White is playing passively with knight gf3, so it's not working. And also the d3 bishop is kind of hanging. So Hussein Mohammed Saif makes a very great, brave decision over here, and that is of playing knight takes e6, giving blasting open the white's black's camp and taking 2 pawns for the knight. Again, how? See the tactics, man, you'll get it. Double attack and grab the pawn. Okay, this is what Hussein did. And okay, we are not black has 2 piece up, man. But if you count the material, let me see. White has 7 pawns, 4 pawns, so 2 pawns for one minor piece and 2 pawns for the other minor piece. So it's playable. So queen takes e6 check, rook f7. Now you can, okay, you can move the king, but then what happens? It's playable, okay, it is playable, but then the rook can jump to e4. No, It's playable. Rook f7 was played bend on him. And here Hussain Muhammad Saif played bishop to c4. Now why not bishop takes f5, you may ask me. So it's a bad move because of knight c5, attack the queen, and then the knight on d2 is also attacked if you see. Okay, so are you understanding? You're attacking the queen and the knight on d2. Double attack, queen g6, and you could take the piece, and you can see now what happens. If he attacks your rook, what you're going to do, you're more than happy to eliminate more pieces because you have 3 pieces for one rook and 1 rook for 1 rook. So it doesn't matter. This is a variation where rook f8, white is just better. Okay, so white is of course better for here. Oh, am I mad? No, white is not better, white is losing. I'm sorry, black is better. What I'm saying, man, black is better. Because yes, he's clear so many pieces he has. And see, he's grabbing pawns now and he's gonna attack everything. All of his pieces are coming into action. The knight cannot go there, but it can jump. That's the plan. And this rook is seeing towards not that king. Okay, nevertheless. So black is better. I'm sorry, I was saying white is better, but black is better. So dumb of me. Okay. So taking on f5 would have been okay, but okay, it's not that good for white. Bishop c4, trying to attack the weak rook on f7. So what would you do, guys, over here? Easy, support it. Okay, queen f8 was also a move. Was it? No. If you said queen f8, the move would be queen takes f5. Okay, so try to see the tactics. Try to calculate. What is calculation? Calculation. Now try to calculation. What is calculation? Calculation is seeing and evaluating the future position, and that's a very good technique which us humans can use. Try to just see what can happen in the future before making it and before making a disaster for your match and tournament. Think in your mind and calculate what can happen if I play this. Okay, I'm losing. Okay, I'll not play this. And if you play it without calculating, you will lose. But you can see the future first. So that's beautiful. So why do waste time? Calculate. Okay. So knight h6, very nice move. Supporting the rook. Queen g6, trying to attack our rook. What to do? Move out from the pin. And even if he takes a rook, we don't care, because we are going to have 3 pieces for the rook, and also the knight on d2 is going to die someday. Queen c2, and let's take the pawn. So let me see the material. We have 1 rook for 1 rook, we have 1 bishop for 1 knight for 1 knight, and we have 3 pieces for 1 rook. So that's devastating for white, and black is just really nice. Rook d1, supporting the knight and bringing it. But why not to mate? See this structure. This bishop is attacking this bishop. Both the bishop is eyeing. The bishop pair is showing its true colors. The queen is coming in to attack. The knights on here are ready to jump any way they want. This knight can jump to the f3 square. I'm saying this tactical square, dude. You'll see, because the f3 can give the let me tell you, the f3 can give forks. Tactical possibilities arise. So knight f1, stopping the threat. g3, if you play then queen h3 and you're in great trouble, you're losing the game. Are you understanding? Calculate, okay? See it in your brain. Alright, so queen h4, knight f1, very well. Can you take on h2? No, it's supported. So what to do? Bring all the pieces into action. Do you remember the song, Chess Improvement Song? Develop a pieces castle first. Bring all friends to the party before you give you attacking thrust. Alright, so all the pieces are coming, the rook is coming, and you know the rook is going to lift itself and come into action like this. Let's see how it happens. Rook e3. Why rook e3? To come on h3 and bang up the queen, move it aside and shoo up the queen from aside. So okay, till now 19 minutes. Okay, I'll try to finish this video. Okay, wait, rook e3, rook e6 as per the plan, and he brings the rook again. Okay, it doesn't matter, it's fine. We are first going to threaten mate on g2, as we can see this, and most of your, if you try to employ this mating patterns and if you have a long bishop, most of the players won't recognize and play a blunder like something, and they won't see this bishop is here and they would lose. But Hussein is a 2000 rated player. He at least know how to see opponent's threat, and therefore he plays the move f3. But rook g6, try to attack it, and also f3 is now, it's supported only once, so it supports again. Now what to play? Okay, now the Nana plays a move seeing the tactical targets, and she plays bishop d6. No, I'm sorry, Gabrielashvili plays bishop d6 with idea of pinning also. Okay, all right, so I hope you're able to see this. h4, attacking the queen. What to play? Move it aside, dude. b4. Okay, what's happening to my PC? Sorry, wait for a moment. The PC is hanging. Okay, it's hanged. Oh my god. Oh my god. Please wait. So after the disaster of my laptop getting discharged and all of my softwares getting shut down, and during the hippopotamus recording of this video, I'm back here. I'm sorry for that, and let's go see this great game between Hussein versus Nona Gabrielashvili. So let's move to the board. Okay, we were here on this position where Nona played bishop to d6 in order to pin black tactical targets, as I told you, and Hussein Saif played h4, attacking the queen. We go queen f6, supporting it, and he played b4 to stop the move bishop to c5. So he's seeing his opponent's threat. I think that's very important advice which I can give you. So what does Nona play? This is the 30th move, and she plays bishop to f4, attacking the rook, rook to d3, and now this is the 31st move on the board, and I request you all to pause the video over here and tell me the winning move for black which made her win this game and made Hussein Saif resign this game. Right now, 2000, you're playing against 2000 rated opponent. Imagine yourself in a tournament and make the right move. Pause the video here. So I hope you paused the video and you saw a really good tactical target. You played knight the e5. You're attacking a weak rook and you're also threatening a very nice tactic to take on f3. Let's see what happened. The rook moves, for example. This is not here on the 31st move. Hussein Mohammad Saif resigned the game, but if let's see this continuation of the rook d1, the problem is knight into f3 and still there's a fork, and you're just winning the rook and you have so many pieces blasting on white and it's very easily winning. So this is how Nona Gabrielashvili, the women world champion, defeated a 2000 rated player with none other than the hippopotamus system. It is very flexible opening. You can play it with against anything, almost anything, and that's really beautiful, right? Flexibility, it's like water. And chess, let me tell you, you can make ideas very effectively in the hippopotamus system. And now I'm going to show you one beautiful thing before going and boring you all, that from the white side you can do the same thing with an extra tempo. You can play g3, they can play e5, bishop g2, d5, you can play this structure against basically any against anything. It's a universal opening. See, what am I doing? And play this. Okay, 3. And see, it's just the hippopotamus system with white. You have the you have everything. You can play with it with anything. So even with this, you can win a world championship, because even in the world championship between Tigran Petrosyan and Boris Spassky employed this hippopotamus system in 2 of his games, and both the games were drawn. I do have this game, but I'm not going to show you that game because it was a draw, but you can play it. You can check out that game, or I will put the link in the description of that game. You can see the games played by Tigran Petrosyan and Boris Spassky, where Boris Spassky employed this hippopotamus system in a world championship match. So I think that's by hearing that, you're pretty confident to play hippopotamus system in almost all throughout your career. Okay, so thank you for watching, and please use hippopotamus system as your main weapon. And don't tell me that how to beat the hippopotamus system in chess. You know an opening doesn't mean that you're going to win with that. Okay, you just chess is about weaknesses and plans. Okay, so make plans, weaknesses, and don't ever search the question how to beat this opening, how to beat that opening. What you have to do is see the opponent's weakness, plan, attack, mate. Okay, see the opponent's weaknesses, attack them. This is what we have learned from this game, and use what you have learned, implement what you have learned. With this, I'm Mr. Udikar. Bye bye. Bye bye. Thank you for watching.